Hello, intuitive friends, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second degree Reiki practitioner as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box. All my links are down below. Intuitive friends, welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are watching me live, welcome. Thank you so much, subscribers and members, for being part of the Lexa Tarot community. Please know that I did drop a important announcement on the ACE on the community posts or community tab. So please make sure you have read it. Moving forward, intuitive friends, if you are interested in participating in the messages here on the channel, feel free to do either one of two things. You could become a member in any of the tiers, tier number 1, tier number 2, or tier number 3, and you will be guaranteed one complimentary 5-minute mini reading. Or if you are a subscriber, you can donate. The donations start at $5.99 or $6 USD here on the channel. And if you want to donate more, that's fine. And you will then get an in-depth reading focusing on whatever topic that I have placed in the description box. Now, for those of you who are unable to donate $5.99 or more in this singles reading, you are welcomed to take a look at the singles readings for free on the channel in the singles readings playlist. There you will find all the free readings for all the signs, starting with Aries all the way through Pisces. For those of you who want more in-depth and personalized reading, then feel free to take part in the $5.99 donation only reading. That being said, please know that members get 5-minute 3-deck reading, okay? And subscribers would join at $5.99 or more donation only. In today's reading, I will be channeling messages focusing on the singles love, okay? So those of you who are single, pay attention because I'm going to be focusing on the following. I'm going to be focusing on what the eclipse will possibly clear and the new romantic beginning the eclipses may create. So again, closing and opening in regards to your love life. Intuitive friends, please note that these messages are not free. No refunds, no follow-up questions. It is a $5.99 USD for those of you who either are members and want more information and details for the reading, or if you are a subscriber, $5.99 or more donation only reading. Please be sure to take a look at your super stickers or super chats if you want to join. Those of you who want to donate $6 or more, then you're going to get 6 decks, which is going to include extra details. Basically, it's the same exact format that I have available in the singles readings for the collective, Aries through Pisces. So if you want a free reading, you can take a look at the singles collective reading in the singles playlist. Intuitive friends, the August eclipses will be acting as a cosmic bridge between ending cycles and beginning cycles. And so today I'm going to be channeling messages focusing on your love life. I want to say a big hello to Shatira. Thank you, Shatira, for your donation. Greatly appreciate it. So you will be getting a super reading. Hello, Monica. Monica, you are a member, so you're going to get a free mini reading focusing on the love sector, the love life. Again, the 2 areas I'm going to be focusing on are the possible closings and the possible openings. Hello, Rose Quartz. Great to have you here. Thank you so much for joining. Intuitive friends, as I mentioned, please note if you would like to have an extended reading, just donate. Your donations can start at $5.99 or $6 USD, and I'll be more than happy to give you a super reading. That being said, we're going to start with Shatira. She's going to get a full, in-depth singles reading, focusing on the closings and the opening, followed by Monica, who is a member of the Lexa Tarot family and community, and she'll be getting a 5-minute mini reading. So she'll be getting 3 decks, and Shatira will be getting 6 decks, okay? So that being said, intuitive friends, thank you so much for your love, loyalty, and support. And let's jump on Shatira's reading first, followed by Monica's mini reading. All right, Shatira, just a reminder, Shatira, that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. And let's take a look here at what the August eclipses, basically what's coming in for you in regards to your love life in August. But first, let's take a look at what chapters are closing or maybe potentially closing in your love life. And then we're going to take a look at what may be opening up in your love life, okay? So let's take a look here, Shatira. Again, for those of you who are either singles or if you are in a connection where you feel like, I don't know, I kind of still consider myself single, then feel free to participate in this donation-only reading, unless you're a member. If you're a member, I'll give you a free 5-minute mini reading, okay? All right, Shatira, let's see what may be closing, chapters closing here in August. And again, eclipses, solar eclipse happening on August 12th, lunar eclipse on the 28th. And we have here, healing takes time. Progress is not always linear. Trust that even setbacks are part of the process. So these eclipses, especially the lunar eclipse, because it's more yin energy, all right? The moon is yin energy. Hold on, give me 1 second. Are you eating something over there, Ace? No, you're being a good boy? Okay, good boy. These powerful eclipses, as well as Mars in Cancer, okay, because Mars in Cancer starts August 11th through the 27th. So that's going to be a longer period of time, whereas the eclipses, although they're bigger shifts, are a little bit more kind of consecutive. It's just that day or that night, which could still be felt a couple of days after or a couple of days before the eclipse, either way. But what I'm getting here is that there's this preconceived notion, whether consciously or unconsciously here, Shatira, that you may feel or think or perceive healing as something that happens consecutive or something that is linear. For example, and let's pretend, okay? So let's pretend, make believe, hypothetical, that 3 years ago you had a really big heartbreak, right? That you went through some type of breakup, separation, or divorce, right? And let's pretend this was 3 years ago. It's 3 years after that heartbreak, and maybe still in this moment in time, there may be times here that you may feel the ups and the ups and downs emotionally connected to that relationship that you had 3 years ago. And so a part of you may be like, well, I should be over this already because it happened 3 years ago. But that's not always the case. We do as much as we can to heal, but there are times that even through the healing process, even if you have had 20 steps forward and have had achievements and accomplishments, and in the healing process, there may be some times where you may backtrack a couple steps backward from time to time. Okay, so there still could be that type of healing that even if something may have happened a long time ago, can still be very much emotionally present in some way, shape, or form in your love life. That's one thing. The next thing that's coming through, if this is not talking about resurfacing of emotions from the past or recent past, this may be indicating that in the month of August, there may be some sort of breakup, separation, divorce, miscommunication, misunderstanding, or some type of tense situation where you may feel the feelings of pain, loss, sadness, or grief. And therefore, you may find yourself in the month of August having to heal through whatever this may be announcing for you in the month of in the month of August. So if you feel that there is, or maybe that there may be, I don't know, if there is some decision or something here in your love life that you may be feeling, or that may be resurfacing some type of emotions that may be either residual from the past or recent past, or maybe some potential decision or option that may bring some sort of sadness or the sense of ending one thing in order to open something else. But whatever this is talking about this possible sense of pain, sorrow, and loss, and to also understand that those emotions may come and go. Okay, so they may come and go from the past or recent past, or they may come and go, or you feel kind of a resurfacing of some sort of sadness inside connected to what this potential situation, circumstance, or event may be foreshadowing here in the month of September. I'm sorry, I don't know why it says September. It might be August or September. Why would I say September? I channel September. What's interesting is that Mars in Cancer is August 11th through September 27th. So there may be some sort of emotional choppy waters here connected to your love life. Okay? That may occur in August, but there could be even residual feelings felt in September. Interesting. All right, let's see what else is coming through for you, Shatira. All right, Shatira, we have here the Chariot. Now, this is different, okay? This is a different deck. This is a deck that I use when it comes to cutting cords or leaving things behind. And so the Chariot here, in essence, when we're talking about the energetic frequency of the eclipses and the closing of the closing chapters or lessons or storylines that may be possibly unfolding for you in August, is talking about you, if you choose to move forward, okay, in whatever this may be in regards to your love life, whatever decisions that you make or leave behind, you need to allow yourself to emotionally disconnect from that person, situation, circumstance, or event. So if you make a decision, then allow yourself to use that time to heal from whatever this may be, possibly unfolding for you August or September, and move forward with controlled emotions. Why am I saying with controlled emotions? Well, and this may be the reason why I channeled September. The Chariot is ruled by Cancer. Mars is going to be in Cancer on August 11th through September 27th, which means that in your love life, there may be a chapter that you are either choosing to close, or that destiny may be rerouting you, so to speak, in some way, shape, or form. It's important that you keep your emotions controlled, meaning don't allow yourself to to like lose it emotionally and make drastic decisions or say things that you don't mean or do things that you don't mean whatever decision that you choose to make, or whatever it is that may pop up for you in the month of August, or maybe even September, you need to make sure that you're moving towards, it's to help you move towards your next phase. Okay. So whatever you choose to walk away from, leave behind, then make sure that you choose to leave it behind and move forward. Do the healing and take the time that take the time that you need in order to heal from it. But in other words, don't do a back and forth. You see what I'm saying? No, but it's trying to tell you, listen, back and forth, no. Either, move forward, or don't make a move unless you know for sure that you are ready to move to a new chapter. Okay? So that's what's coming through here for you. Very, very deep there. And also very much Cancer energy, as I mentioned. Okay? Cancer energy here. I'm sorry, I put two decks together here. So this deck is quite thick, but very, very interesting. You're going to close chapters where your emotions may have been teetering here, there, here, there, here, there. There may be either a conscious choice or some sort of movement. There you go, spotlight, self-actualization. Don't strive for perfectionism. Reject the imposter syndrome. All right. If you are choosing to end a connection, don't overthink what you are choosing to move away from. Only do it if you are 100% sure that this is what you want to do. That's number one. I already channeled that message. Number two, regardless whether someone makes a decision and hurts your emotions, or whether you make a decision and you hurt someone else's emotions, it doesn't matter which way. Nothing is going to be a perfect breakup or a perfect, quote unquote, perfect way to end something, or a perfect way to move away from a situation, circumstance, or an event. There's always going to be someone's emotions, someone's going to feel it in some way, shape, or form. So this is reminding you here that whatever decisions or whatever chapters may be closing for you, they may not feel perfectly emotionless. There is going to be some sort of emotion, okay? Especially here with the Chariot. Control your emotions, right? But it's going to be necessary, because if you want to move towards a new beginning in your love life, there is something that may not be working either right now at this moment in time, or in August, you're going to realize that something isn't moving forward as you would like, or as you hoped, or as you wished, whether that's your emotions or feelings, or whether that be someone else's emotions or feelings, whether that be, ascending to a higher level of commitment, or whether someone wants to keep just things kind of coasting and casual. Whatever this may be about, this is talking about here. It's not going to be a cookie cutter type of, okay, this is it, I'm just leaving and moving in one direction. There are going to be emotions involved. And so because Cancer rules the Chariot, it's reminding you, be aware that there is going to be some type of progress or improvement in your love life, but it will require, or may require, you to leave something that either no longer works, or something that is not going to be beneficial, or that you feel isn't being beneficial in regards to your love life. Okay, so that's what's closing. Let's see here what may be opening up for you. Okay, very, very interesting reading here. Let's see now what chapter the solar eclipses, along with, because I'm going to mention it because it came through here, Mars in Cancer, Okay, which is interesting because I want to say that Venus is exalted in Cancer, and Venus is going to be in its shadow period on August 31st. So anything here in regards to decisions and movement, it's best. Ooh, look what came through here. It's best to do it. I don't know if you were able to see that on camera, but I'm just bringing the whole entire thing over. It's best to do it before August 31st. Now, what is opening up in your love life? I'm on this end, so I'm not reading this one. I'm reading this one, okay? Because this is the one that's facing me. Well, guess what? What's opening up for you? Possibly here with the eclipses and the shifts that are happening. Listen to this. It says, secret desires, unspoken needs can plunge you into deep confusion. So there is something emotionally that you are desiring in your love life. Maybe you are not feeling fully like you're receiving that, or that you're not receiving the clarity emotionally that you need in order to move forward or to ascend something to a higher level of commitment, or maybe someone else is confused. Okay? But secret desire, there's a secret desire for more in your love life. And what I'm picking up here energetically is that it's looking like, because something is not being fulfilled, whatever that something is, or something doesn't feel like a strong yes. Remember, if it's not a strong yes, it's a no. So if it's not a strong yes, it's a no. And so there could be something here in the closing that's making you aware of, gee, I don't feel the same way this over here than I do over here, or I feel like this person doesn't treat me with a sense of urgency like this other person takes their sweet time. You know what I'm saying? Especially if there are, you comparing. Maybe you're just comparing the things that you've noticed in a connection, or the things that you are seeking within a connection. So the secret desire is talking about there may be some secret yearning, longing, or desires that either are not being fulfilled, or that this new chapter is going to unfold or uncover for you, so that you realize what it is that's not making you feel 100% satisfied in your love life. Okay? Let's take a look here at the next deck. What is opening up for you? There's a level of honesty that's opening up for you. The eclipses are opening up a new romantic energy within your love life, where you say it like it is, you say what you mean, and you mean what you say. Okay? Without your emotions getting in the way of doing what you need to do for your love life and for your heart chakra, because there seems to be some sort of secret desires that may not be met, or there's a sense of uncertainty here. So the solar and the lunar eclipse, along with Mars and Cancer, may in a way rip the bandages here and allow you to see things honestly in regards to your emotions, in regards to your connections, and in regards to what you desire and what your standards are, or what you're looking for. Let's see what else is opening up for you here, Shatira, in your love life. Possibly here we have natural evolution. You see? Natural evolution. Something is not evolving as it should, or something wasn't evolving as it should. And so this new chapter is opening up an opportunity for something to naturally evolve, something that you secretly desire to see, feel, or experience in your love life. Let's see what else it says here. It says, let the situation unfold naturally. This new chapter that's opening up in your love life, let it happen naturally. Don't force it. Don't be observant. Yes, put in the work and the effort, okay? Because we all need to do our fair share. But this new chapter that's opening up after you've let whatever this is over here go, whether it's your perception or whether it is whatever the situation may be, once you close this chapter, there's going to be a new chapter opening where you will feel, and there could also be here in a lot of emotions towards either someone, you towards someone, or someone towards you that you have not fully shared or the other person hasn't fully shared. Okay, so there could be a brand new connection coming in the month of August or in the month of September here, okay? Because like I said, the Chariot is ruled by Cancer, and Cancer, Mars is going to be in Cancer from August 11th through the 27th. So that makes a lot of sense there. Let's take a look at your next card in regards to what's opening possibly in your love life. What's opening? King of Swords. Your ability to see something clearly. I'm not surprised because we talked about that confusion here. You see that? The new chapter in your love life is going to be something that you are going to be more satisfied, more certain, and feel more solid about than you have in the past or recent past. So the King of Swords is your ability to be rational and analytical, your ability to lean into your intelligence and figure out how you're going to communicate something effectively and how you're going to be able to reason through whatever this may be. Give me 1 second here, okay? Give me 1 second, Shatira. Ace, beautiful toy. All right, I'm back. Pardon the interruption there. My apologies. Okay. Here with the King of Swords, Shatira, like I said, King of Swords, the mastery over, okay? The mastery over your emotions, the mastery over being able to clearly think about something, strategize something, and clearly communicate something here and make intelligent, balanced decisions. That's what the solar eclipse may be unfolding for you here in this new chapter. Okay? Let's take a look at your last and final card here, Shatira. Shatira, I hope these messages have been insightful. If they don't resonate right now, they may possibly resonate at a later date and time. Just a reminder here, Shatira, that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. So King of Swords, great energy to have when we're talking about, especially with the fact that you had secret desires here. In regards to unspoken needs, and like I said, this new chapter that the eclipses are opening up a new chapter for you to be able to decipher, choose, figure something out, and allow your love life to naturally evolve because of your sense of certainty in regards to whether it's decisions, a person, how you're going to move in your love life. But there's more clarity here than there is over here. And that huge contrast here is telling you this is what was closing over here, and this is why this is closing over here. It's so that all of this can unfold in regards to your love life. Okay, very, very beautiful reading. Let's take a look here at what else is coming through for you. Let's take a look at your advice or suggestion here. Shatira's love life here in August. Let's see what's coming through for you, my dear. And you have here, look at that, validation, confirmation, fresh opening. Again, you're starting something new, whether it's a new connection, whether it's that you're going to allow yourself to feel differently about something, maybe your perception about something, maybe the fact that you were stressing on how to perfectly close a chapter in your life. But whatever this closing is, it's going to bring a whole lot of newness here. Fresh opening says, destiny has opened a new door for you. New door for you. Leaving this behind. Let yourself dive into this fresh life. Open your heart fully and welcome this gift that you deserve. I mean, talk about validation, confirmation. Again, this new chapter that is opening, this new chapter where you will allow yourself to be vulnerable enough to share the feelings, the thoughts, your desires, your standards, what you're looking for, what you're not, your ability to allow things to unfold naturally in this new, I'm sorry, I'm going to do this so that it could, there we go. So it could unfold naturally, and your ability in this new chapter to say what you need to say, decide on what you need to decide, clearly think about what you need to do, say, or what it is that you're going to, discuss here or make moves or make decisions about in your new beginning here. All right. So fresh opening, I mean, validation, confirmation. Shatira, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe to the channel. And thank you so much for being here. And I'll see you soon. Intuitive friends, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here, intuitive friends. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to clear the having a nail emergency behind the scenes here. Just give me a second. But intuitive friends, thank you so much for your love, loyalty, and support. I hope that you have taken a look at the description down below. In the description box, that explains the new changes here on the channel. So if you are a member, you can get a free 5-minute mini reading, which means 3 decks. Specifically looking at what I'm looking at right now and channeling messages is for the singles collective. Okay. So moving forward, this is how the format will be moving forward. Those of you who are members will get a free 5-minute complimentary mini reading. And of course, I will write a list and things like that just to keep it. Today is August. So just so you know that this will count as your August reading in love. For those of you who are members. Okay. So I don't know who's here, but I do know that I just finished Shatira's reading. So Shatira, I hope these messages have been insightful. Again, there's this sense here of you clearing. This new chapter is going to allow you to see things clearly, feel or experience something very different, very new. And it's going to feel, it's not going to feel forced. It's going to feel, I want to say, effortless. It's going to be like, like, especially if there's like, if it's not, like I always say, if it's not a strong yes, it's a no. I feel that this new beginning is more of a yes, I am more open for fill in the blank, whatever that may be. Okay. So very beautiful love reading here for you, Shatira. I hope these messages have resonated for you. If they don't now, they may resonate later on. Because remember, Cancer came out in your reading. And Cancer will be, Mars will be in Cancer as of August 11th. So I wouldn't be surprised if you see or make those changes between August 11th through September 27th. All right, that being said, let's see who's here. And hello, Ed, how are you? Up next, we do have Monica. Thank you so much, Monica, for stopping by. Great to see you. Great to see you. Ross Crump, I don't see your membership star. So that means you're not a member, or something may have happened with your membership. So go find out what that may be. And once you're a member, I'll be more than happy to do your reading. Okay. Other than that, if you are coming in as a subscriber, this is a $5.99 starting at $5.99 donation reading. Okay. So that being said, hopefully that clears that up for you. Hello, Ed. How are you? So great to see you. All right. Up next, we have Monica. Hello, Monica. Welcome back. Let me see. Because sometimes all right. No, it's not stuck. Sometimes it freezes. Okay, perfect. Up next, we have Monica. Hello, Monica. How are you, my dear? Thank you so much for joining the donation-based reading. But also, thank you so much for being a member here on the channel. So thank you. All right, Monica, let's take a look here at what may be possibly closing for you, okay, in August, and what may be opening up for you possibly in August. Remember that August, we have 2 eclipses. The first eclipse is August 12th, which is the total solar eclipse. And the second eclipse is on August 28th, which is a partial lunar eclipse. But don't be mistaken the fact that I'm saying partial, because that partial is 96%, sorry for the background noise, 96% of the lunar eclipse, okay? So that's going to be quite a deep partial eclipse. All right, Monica, let's see what may be closing here for you in your love life. What is possibly closing up here in Monica's love life? And as a reminder here, Monica, that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. But let's see what may be possibly closing up for you during this August of eclipses. And what's closing up, interesting, it says rebirth and renewal. You are emerging from this darkness, transformed. The new version of you is waiting. Wow, this is beautiful. You know what is interesting is that this card is saying rebirth and renewal, as if you've already either done something or worked on closing something already, kind of like maybe in anticipation of these eclipses. However, there may be more newness coming in. So this card is telling you energetically, yes, you've done the work. Yes, you're doing the work. Yes, you may have already closed some deep chapters in your life. But what will be continually closing, okay, what is continually taking effect is the residual. Because there's a beautiful, and I'm dying to see what's going to come up on this side, because this is already telling me, listen, there's going to be some rebirth coming up for you. There's going to be a renewal coming up for you, okay? Whether this is emotionally, energetically, mentally, your perspective, however this may be. So the eclipses are here to say, listen, you've done or you've gone through the dark night of the soul. And whatever the eclipses are closing up for you, they're closing the residual energies of whatever those things may be, like the little things, you know, like the dust is still settling here, but it's as if the majority of the work has been done or will be done once this eclipse or eclipses take effect. You have here the Empress, which hopefully you were able to see that there, because that just jumped out of the deck. Again, rebirth, the Empress. What may be possibly closing in regards to your love life? You're closing those chapters, emotion, perspectives, residual energy that no longer are important in your life because they're not serving a purpose and they're not allowing you to grow. So you're not interested any longer in connections or people or situations that are not going to grow. So you're not looking for something casual. You're looking for something more than just high and by. Yes, will it start? You know, things may start as a friend level, but it's coming across as like you want to grow. All right. You're saying goodbye to the old life, because remember, the Empress is new life. But in order for new life to come, which is this side over here, then the old life or the old ideas, perspective, people, energy, residual energy need to close themselves out. Very, very interesting here. Let's see what else is coming through for you, my dear. And then we're going to jump into the other part, which is about the newness that's coming through possibly. Intuitive friends, please note that if you are interested in taking part in this reading, subscribers, it is a $5.99 start donation point. If you want to donate more than $5.99 or $6, you're more than welcome to. However, subscribers, it is a donation-based reading. For those of you who are members, if you're a member, you get 5-minute mini reading. If you're interested in the full, in-depth reading, that is the start of $6.99 or $6 if you're interested in more. All right, let's take a look here, Monica. What the August solar eclipses are closing up here in regards to your love life. It says here, mirror. Wow. Self-reflection, introspective, your inner wounds. Yeah, just because, and I always say this, just because, something, you've done something, or you've healed, doesn't mean that it's just going to be linear, right? There may be, like I said, some residual things that are kind of being taken care of emotionally. All right. So the eclipses here, you may feel a little bit of that introspective energy as the eclipses are going through in the month of August. Mars is going to be in Cancer starting August 11th all the way through September 27th. So there could be here a little bit of kind of like feeling, like I'm seeing like a scar, but like still feeling a little bit of the pain of the scar, but not as much as before. So there may be a little bit of this kind of like peekaboo energy of resurfacing of these energies, thoughts, or emotions, but they're not going to sit there for too long. It's like, you're going to have grown from this experience. There's a sense of rebirth. Either it's a new perspective, a new energy, a new outlook, a new way of you looking at something or seeing something in regards to your love life. There's a renewal of, so believing in love again, or being more open to the possibility of falling in love again. But it's all based on the ending of something, or the residual energy of the dust settling, and you now saying, okay, now we're going to see here what's coming through. So let's take a look here at the new chapter, the solar or lunar eclipses may be bringing in for you in regards to your love life, Monica. Okay. All right, let's see what's coming through. And we have here boundless spirit. Your only limits are the ones you put on yourself. Look at that. This is someone crossing the finish line. It's someone running and crossing the finish line. So this new chapter in regards to your love life is saying your only limits are the ones you put on yourself, which means there's a limitless possibility here. The groundwork of the letting things go that no longer serve, ideas, perspectives, people, memories, emotions here, maybe inner wounds, closing those chapters and allowing you to feel more free and liberated, more open to moving in the direction that you want to move towards. So this is also coming through here as you taking the initiative and the action when it comes into your love life, when it comes to your love life, to be proactive. You want to meet people. You want your love life to grow. You want your love life to be open to the potential of meeting people. Then you need to do the legwork. You need to find places where you can meet people who are single, maybe connect through online speed dating events where you get to see the person through the camera. I know here in New York, there are multiple opportunities for speed dating online. There's also speed dating in person. Okay, so taking part in activities such as those, or connecting to activities where there are more single people. But you see, this person is moving, they're running. It's supposed to be like a runner in a marathon who's crossing the finish line. So only you can limit yourself from having an open and limitless love life here. Okay? So very, very beautiful energies. It's all up to you. It's all up to you. That's how this is coming across, which is really nice. Let's see. Because this person running is telling me that this is it. Once the solar eclipses are going to help you close the little bits and pieces that still need to kind of be let go of residually, emotionally, or energetically. But this new beginning, you're just going to be like, I am ready. You know what I'm also getting here is the saying that says, crawl before you walk, or walk before you run. So take many steps when you are moving towards new people, new connections, new possibilities here in your love life. Okay. You don't have to run and feel like you got to hurry up, like there's a countdown. On the contrary, take your time and allow yourself to really be sure what it is that you are desiring here. But again, it's all up to you. What are you willing to do? What is the work that you're willing to place into expanding your horizons, into moving in the direction of meeting more singles or people who are available? Okay? Emotionally available and things of that nature. All right, let's see what else is coming through here for you. Intuitive friends, if you want to be part of this donation reading, just make sure that you hurry up and join now, because I will be closing this reading as soon as I finish with Monica. Monica, you have here self-love. Love yourself first. This new chapter in your love life is you gaining the confidence. Remember that I told you a little while ago, I was getting the saying that it's like walk before you run or crawl before you walk. Okay. So it's like understanding the first part of your new beginning in your love life starts with you, not somebody else, not people on the outside, not anybody else. It starts with you. Two cards that are talking about you being the chariot rider here. You are the archer. You are the person that can move and create and take different directions here in your new love life. Okay? So, like I said, it starts with you, which is interesting because the Empress is also about self-care and nurturing. Especially here, this chapter of you, whether it's not taking care of yourself or not placing yourself at the top of the list, or, and I'm not saying that this may be the case, but I'm just giving you some examples. Maybe you haven't had, and I'm not saying that you need it, I'm just giving you examples, okay? Because I don't want you to misconstrue what I'm about to say. This is just examples. Maybe you haven't had a haircut in a long time. Maybe it's time for you to splurge on yourself a little bit. Maybe you haven't updated your wardrobe in a bit. Maybe it's time for you to do that. Maybe there's something about tapping into your confidence. Maybe, especially here with the Empress, maybe there was a lack of self-confidence here. Okay? Where you look at other people and you say, man, I wish I fill in the blank, whatever that may be, whatever insecurities or inadequacies that you may have about yourself. Internally is lack of confidence. Externally is makeup, hair, wardrobe, styling, updating. Okay? So I'm talking about both internally and externally. So here with the opening of a new chapter, this is talking about you being very proactive in pouring in yourself, whether that's a trendier haircut, or glamming yourself up from time to time, whether it's restyling, whether it's something external, like those examples, or whether it's internal, you tapping into your self-confidence. All right, let's take a look at what else is coming through. New chapter. What is a possible new chapter here? The openings that these eclipses may bring forth, possibly here for Monica. Ooh, look at that. King of Coins. Nice energy. Solid, secure, more grounded. By the way, there may be an opportunity here of you connecting with someone who is either a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, either in their sun, moon, rising, or in their Venus or Juno or 5th or 7th houses. You have, it's either Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or because the Empress is ruled by Venus and Venus rules Taurus and Libra, it could also be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. But again, these could be placements that this person may have in their sun, moon, rising, or in their Juno or Venus or 5th or 7th houses. There may be an opportunity here for you to meet someone who's very grounded, dependable, hardworking. They're stable financially. They know what they want. They have a strong sense of self-confidence, not ego, self-confidence. There's a difference. But here with the King of Pentacles energy, if it's not someone who's coming in towards your energy in this new chapter, it could be you. This could be you feeling rock solid in regards to your sense of confidence, both internally and externally, and being very much open to having a brand new beginning in your love life, focusing on abundance and prosperity, but also focusing on reaping the rewards of the hard work that you're going to be putting into your love life, whether it be, revamping yourself, a makeover, whether it's tapping more into your confidence, whether it's you really going out there and searching for groups or communities of people who are single and kind of got like going out a little bit more, or expanding your social network. But the King of Pentacles energy here is showing that your hard work will eventually pay off. Now, Pentacles energy is a slow moving energy, which is interesting because I did mention at the top of the reading that I kept hearing clairaudiently the phrase, what is it? Crawl before you walk, or walk before you run, or something like that. Which is telling you here that something needs to take its, step by step. You don't need to rush it. Pentacles energy is a slow moving energy, but that these two energies all stem from you. It's not people on the outside. It's not external. It's what you are going to do for yourself. Your confidence, your ability to tap into yourself and say, you know what? I'm gonna, maybe I can't go out every weekend, but maybe twice a month, I'm gonna make sure that I connect, expand my social circle, meet new friends, partake in activities, take on some hobbies where you may meet other people. And like I always say, if it's not the person that you're talking to, it could be their brother, their uncle, their whatever, their friends. You know what I'm saying? We could all, there's 6 degrees of separation. Maybe not the person that, comes up or that you run across, but maybe they have a friend who's single And as they get to know you, you develop a connection. But King of Coins, again, comes across as your energy, but could also very well be the energy of a person who may be coming in for you in regards to love. Okay. So whether it is that um, you're pouring into yourself, and that's going to help you here. This new beginning says pour into you, continue to pour into you, especially here with the Empress. Okay, pour into you. And again, listen, we can't meet people if we're not making moves to meet people. You see what I'm saying? So also the putting time and care into yourself could also be here saying, well, also, what are you doing in order to expand and get to know more singles? What are you doing to do that? Right? There may be a possibility, like I said here, of Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or Gemini, Libra, Aquarius coming in. And I feel this person is going to be, they're going to come across as like stable energy. I mean, the King of Pentacles is one of the most mature and steady kings in the deck. So, all right, let's take a look here at what else is coming through for you. Potential advice. And we have here, wow, 2 cards showing the same exact crossing the finish line type of energy. I cannot make this up. Look at that. Wow. Validation, confirmation. Step boldly says, staying in your comfort zone limits your options. Listen to your advice. Take the leap, and the world's complexities and diversity will bring you more unexpected rewards and surprises. There may be a possible surprise of a friendship, getting to know someone, connecting in some way, shape, or form, being at the right place at the right time. This person may be a person who's confident. The person who may be crossing your path may be someone who's a little bit more confident. They're giving me this kind of practical, common sense energy. You know what I mean? Like very like a grounded energy. So very, very interesting. But there you go. 2 different decks, same expression, opening up and crossing that finish line and stepping boldly, connecting with your heart chakra and connecting yourself with moving out there and shining in your own confidence. Beautiful, beautiful energy here, Monica. Thank you so much for your super, and I greatly appreciate it. I hope these messages have been insightful. I hope they've also given you some insight in what may be potentially unfolding for you in the month of August. And I'll see you soon. Intuitive friends, if there isn't anyone else, if you're going to be part of this, do it now. Okay, so be part. Again, if you're a member, I'm going to give you a quick 5-minute mini reading. So if it's a quick 5-minute mini reading and you're a member, I'll be more than happy to give you a quick 5-minute mini reading. But if you are a subscriber, then feel free to drop a $5.99 starting donation, and I'll be more than happy to channel messages for you. All right, let's see what's going on here. Monica, okay. Monica, I've been indulging in spa and massage. Okay, great. That makes sense why that self-love The Empress was here on something that's closing. The other side hasn't fully come out yet because we still haven't gone through the eclipses. But that makes sense why the Empress was here. Oh, okay. Hello, Debbie. And thank you for the reading, dear. It is insightful. Awesome. Again, just like you're indulging in spa massages, indulge in getting yourself spiffied up, whether it's a new haircut, new whatever, makeup, revamp yourself on the outside, just like you're revamping yourself on the inside. And find out different places where you can meet people who are also single. That being said, up next, we have Debbie O, Texas. Thank you so much, Debbie. And thank you so much for your donation. Let me close the readings now because I do need to close them now. Closed session. There we go. All right. So, Debbie, you're going to be next. I'm going to give you a replace pins. Yes. Okay, perfect. I'm going to give you, okay, so $6 donation. So I'm going to give you a full reading here. Okay. Now, the first part of the reading here, Debbie, we're going to take a look at what the August eclipses are closing for you. What are some things that are closing for you here? Chapters, emotions, energy, whatever may come through. And then I'm going to take a look. And of course, both sides are going to be in depth. One is what the eclipses are closing, and the other section is what the eclipses are opening up for you. Okay. Now, as I mentioned before, August 12th, there's a total solar eclipse. And of course, that's happening under the Leo season. August 28th, we have a full moon, and that full moon is a lunar eclipse. That's happening under Virgo season, but it's going to be under the sign of Pisces. So Virgo, Pisces, Gemini, Sagittarius, if you have any of those placements on your Venus, Juno, 5th or 7th houses, you may feel that impact a little bit more, okay? Mars is going to be in Cancer, August 11th through September 27th. That's also going to bring around some shifts, okay? Cancer is a cardinal sign, so Cancer, Aries, Cancer, Aries, Libra, and Capricorn may feel those shifts even more. And Venus is going to be in its shadow period on August 31st, okay? So that being said here, let's take a look at what chapters are closing here for you potentially. And of course, just a reminder that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. Okay, Monica? It says, breaking mental chains. Old belief systems can keep you stuck. Be willing to challenge and rewrite them. Yeah. What potentially the eclipses may be doing here for you is it's going to once and for all, or at the very least until this part of your journey, you're going to break away from the mental perspectives, ideas, or the manner in which you've been perceiving love. Okay? So the old belief systems, the narratives, the things that keep you stuck, whether it's talking about your past, talking about what heartbreak it was, talking about your breakup, separation, or divorces, whatever that is, it's time to flip the switch. No longer think about it, talk about it, because when we think or talk about the past energy comes into your present timeline. So this is not saying that, you need to ignore it. On the contrary, look at those as lessons and in a way, extract the lessons that you needed to learn. This is also saying be willing to challenge and renew or rewrite those belief systems. So shifting of perception, ideas, narrative, or scripts are coming through for you here in the month of August. There's going to be a big, deep shift in matters of your perception or the way that you may be going about your love life. Okay. So breaking these chains, these ideas, this perception, this manner in which you've been either talking about love, talking about your experience of love, or the residual energies and feelings that are very much connected to that old mindset or energies that no longer serve you purpose. So let's see what else is coming through. You have here the Strength card. Now, listen carefully. This deck is not, this is a different deck. This is all about skeletons, right? It's all about the past. So what you are potentially closing here with these eclipses is you're closing the things that were difficult for you to tame in regards to your love life. For example, old patterns, shadow self, attachments, restrictions, okay, blockages, limitations, things that were difficult for you to manage before. There's going to be a closing of a chapter here where that no longer is going to be the issue. You're going to be able to confront whatever comes your way with a sense of leaning into your mental, emotional, spiritual, energetic strength. So the Strength card in tarot is this energy, especially when we're talking about closing chapters, we're talking about you no longer lacking the strength or the tenacity to step forward and tame a situation, circumstance, or event. Okay. So here with the Strength card, you see a skeleton trying to hang on to the dragon here. Okay. And it's the sense of like you're no longer going to hang on to the memories, to the situations, circumstances, or events that have created some sort of lessons or limitations here for you in the past or recent past. Okay, so very, very interesting. You're going to close chapters that no longer serve you and that have been difficult for you to have closed fully in the past or recent past, whether those are old belief systems, whether those are ooh, interesting, whether it's maybe and yeah, it's only one card. Maybe there were storylines or maybe things that you have mentioned to friends, family, or loved ones that are like, oh, I don't think I'm gonna ever fall in love again. I don't feel like I'm ever going to find my right person. I don't feel like my love life is going to turn around. I don't feel like I could meet the right person for myself. You see, everything that I'm saying there is limited. And so this is talking about what's closing for you is that limited mindset or limited manner of you approaching or talking about love. So you could say, I haven't met my soulmate yet. That's different. I haven't fallen in love yet. I haven't started dating yet. You see what I'm saying? But to say something like, oh, there isn't anyone out there for me, or I'm not going to find someone, or it's just difficult out there, or, everybody, all these people out there, they're just whatever negative storyline. There's a stopping of that negative storyline that needs to occur, and that you will be given the opportunity to, in a way, reassess and re-strategize on working on that. Because see, here with the Strength card, you see what I'm saying? Maybe here ending chapters that you weren't strong enough to say, you know what, I'm not going to say that again. And maybe you might be tempted. And at the beginning, it might be a little bit difficult or rough to just kind of like keep an open, optimistic mindset when it comes to love. But the more you practice it, the more effortless it will feel. Okay. So now let's take a look at the part that, that's like the highlight of the lesson, which is what possible new opportunity Possible new opportunity here coming through. I'm also getting here, I'm hearing broad strokes, or like, oh man, what's that? I'm getting the same, that it's like you take a brush and you just paint everything the same way. So there's this, that is telling me, that symbolism of telling me here, spirits is telling me, you shouldn't think that just because things didn't work out for you in the past, that is going to be the continuing storyline in your love life. So there needs to be kind of like an ending of that. And so this solar and lunar eclipse is giving you an opportunity to wash that out of your system, step away from that energy, close that mindset, break those chains, those limitations, whether it's consciously or subconsciously here or unconsciously here. All right, let's take a look here at what else is coming through for you in regards to opening the chapter. So let's see, opening a new chapter here, what's coming through. You have Moon Dreamer. Love illuminates even the darkest corner. You see, this is someone, this is giving the energy here. Wait, hold on. Let me just do this so it could, there we go. This is giving the energy here of someone who's been hoping, wishing, wanting, or desiring some type of renewal in their love life, and coming to terms of saying, you know what? Just because this happened in the past, or just because I went through this in the past, doesn't mean that's going to be the future. It doesn't mean that that situation is set in stone and that's it. You shouldn't think about love anymore. No. Okay. Something very personal. There's someone in my family who's pretty much up in age and getting married, getting remarried. I mean, that blew us away because it was like, wow, really? Yep. And I remember this family member, I said to this family member, if you keep doing what you've always done, you're never going to get something new in your love life. And sure enough, they decided to do something very different than what they normally do, give a person an opportunity that they never would have thought, because this person was in their energy field for years, and they just didn't even bother until one day Cupid came and struck both of them in the heart, and sure enough, they're in love. Year later, getting married. Okay, so there's hope for everyone. And I'm talking about, this person is not in their 20s or 30s, okay? Not even in their 40s. So this is to tell you here that as long as you believe that that this is possible, it can be possible. It can be possible. You just got to be open. You just need to open yourself up to the possibility. Okay. So Moon Dreamer, love illuminates even the darkest corners, even when you think that all hope is lost, that there is no possibility, there can be a possibility. And this is talking about a new possible opening in your love life, but that the new opening begins with you believing that it is possible. Your mindset, your optimism, your ability to say, you know what, even if I've gone through difficulties in the past or recent past, I know that destiny, fate, creator, God, the universe has the right person in store for me. Okay. And if I'm meant to connect with someone, it's going to happen. So let's take a look at more details here. What is the possibility of this opening up here in your love life? And you have here, love yourself first. Don't lower your standards. This new opportunity that's coming in your love life, this new beginning, is you feeling comfortable with your non-negotiables and explaining or letting people know what your boundaries are, what you expect, what your standards are, and being more in tune with observing if the first couple of dates aren't going in that direction, or they're telling you something or showing you something that looks like a red flag, then it's a red flag. You can't turn red flags into green flags. So this is talking about love yourself first, and it says your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So, not lowering your standards and being very firm with your non negotiables, with what you seek in regards to your spiritual beliefs, your standards, your belief systems, okay, your spiritual and moral beliefs, what you are committed, what's important to you, your moral alignment. Like if all those things are solid and you're able to really feel grounded and knowing exactly what you cannot negotiate on, it's going to be a whole lot easier for you to allow yourself to open into a new chapter, because you only fear in meeting the wrong person when you're not sure what your standards are. Because if you're sure about yourself, you know what you want, you have healthy boundaries, you're a straight shooter, you don't overthink situations. Okay, no overthinking, but you allow yourself to kind of meet someone. You have to say to yourself, I know that I'm not going to get hurt again because I learned from that the first time around. I know what to look for. I know what those signs are. And you noticing those signs and being confident in yourself is going to allow you here to keep your standards high and feel confident to say it like it is. And if someone is on board with your perspectives and your ideals and your standards and your strong yeses, then great. If not, then you're okay, because you love yourself first. You don't need someone else to love you. You love yourself first. Anyone else is just enhancing the happiness you already have in your life. So this is talking about that type of mindset where you're like, yeah, you know what? Love is possible. I know it's going to happen at the right time, at the right place, with the right person. I don't need to search for love because I love myself, but I am open to meeting a compatible partner. Okay, so very, very beautiful reading here with this brand new opening. Let's see what other more details are coming through. You got the Six of Wands. Wow, victory. You're going to have some type of victory. By the way, I'm looking at it from this direction because I'm sitting over here on this end. It says congratulations. Congratulations on the new perspective, ideas, feelings, standards, strengthening of boundaries. Congratulations on leaving these limited beliefs and fears in the past, or limited energies in the past. Congratulations for the victory of moving past these situations, circumstances, or events. This is also about the confidence that you are going to have renewed in your life. So these eclipses are opening the new beginning or the energetic portals in your life where you feel more confident about moving forward, moving forward with a sense of confidence, moving forward with a sense of inspiration, moving forward with a sense of passion, moving forward with a sense of, I know what I want. Six of Wands energy, I know what I want. Yes, there may be a lot of people that are interested in me. Yes, there may be people recognizing how far I've come from the past, but I know what I want, and I know that I am motivated to put in the work to move towards it. So the Six of Wands is saying victory over this moment of lessons in your life. It says there could be a possibility here, by the way. Just want to mention this because this is how this is coming through. With the Six of Wands, there could be someone coming into your energy field who is maybe of Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, or, oh, yes, for sure, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, because you have the Strength card over here also. That's also fire energy. This is Leo. So Leo, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. There could be someone who has those placements on their astrological natal chart, whether it be in their sun, moon, rising, or whether it be in their Juno or Venus or fifth or seventh houses. So it could be that type of energy that may be moving towards you. Who knows? Or you may be moving towards a person here. But there's definitely here a sense of you feeling very comfortable in your own skin and feeling very comfortable in, giving people a chance, an opportunity. But also, if you need to shut something down, then you shut it down. Because it's coming across here as this new energy or this new chapter where you're going to just place yourself first, period. There's not going to be any kind of like, oh, I feel bad. Oh my God, I'm going to have to let this person go. You're going to be like, hey, listen, we went on 2 dates, we went on 3, but I really don't feel like this is moving in the direction, or, it's not you, it's me, whatever. But it's like you coming across very super confident here in how you're going to move towards a possible connection or a friendship, whether it's you or it's someone else. Moon Dreamer, continue to manifest. We're not in the eclipse season yet, so you're still in time for manifestation, especially now where the Lionsgate portal is open. If you haven't taken a look at the Lionsgate portal reading, it's a pick a card reading. I would suggest for you to do so because the Strength card in Tarot is ruled by Leo. And right now, the Lionsgate portal is open for manifestation. It's going to be open until August 12th. August 8th, 8-8 portal is going to be the peak of the Lionsgate portal. So if I were you here, Debbie, I would use the energy of the Lionsgate portal. And by the way, when it comes to love, I do have a divine counterpart affirmation in the energy healing and affirmations playlist. Or the affirmations for you to call in your divine counterpart. So take a look at that and use it, especially now the Lionsgate portal is open. So there you go. Why not? You do have a lot of fire here. Again, Leo with that Strength card and Aries, Leo, Sagittarius due to the Wands energy. So if it's not a person who has those placements, it could be a friend or a person that you may meet, or maybe a friend from the past or recent past, I don't know, where the person is a go-getter. Okay, they're not laid back. This is someone who's active, who, may even recognize the fact that you are different now than you were in the past or recent past. Okay, let's take a look at your last and final card. And of course, this will be the ending of this reading. And what do you have here? You have fear. Interesting, because I was talking about that in regards to this portion of the reading. Now, you have fear and you have be real. All right, so I'm going to read both. I feel that fear is more about what's closing and be real is about the chapter that's opening up. So listen carefully. With the what the solar eclipses may potentially close. It says here, fear. You're thinking of all the things that could go wrong. I just mentioned that at the top of the reading here with this talk about validation confirmation, especially when I was telling you here about breaking the mental chains. There you go. Validation confirmation. That's exactly what I said. And you being strong enough to leave things behind because you are blocking your own prosperity or abundance because you're thinking in lack instead of in expanding. So it's closing this chapter. It's closing the chapter in your life that you fear love or that you fear on getting hurt. It says you're thinking of all the things that could go wrong, but what about if all the things go right? Make a paradigm shift in your thinking and take inspired action anyway. Does that sound familiar? Wait, hold on a second. Let me do this. Does that sound familiar or what? That's exactly what I channeled at the top of your reading. So validation confirmation there. There we go. I'll bring it a little closer so you could see it, but it's exactly what I mentioned. So you're no longer going to be in fear mindset or in fear energy. Okay, you're gonna allow yourself to be real and authentic. So new chapter that's opening in your love life. It says enough, no more hiding yourself. Loudly voice your inner thoughts. I'm going to stop right there. I just talked about what your non-negotiables are or will be, or you focusing on what you need to focus on so you can edit them and you can be very sure about what your non-negotiables are. Validation confirmation again. It says, loudly voice your inner thoughts, uphold your truth. Again, love yourself first. If it's not a strong yes, it's a no. So you don't need to lower your standards to meet the right person. Okay? You just need to be clear on what those standards are. You need to be clear in what you are willing to partake in regards to friendship, connections, and things of that sort. Okay? So there you go. It says, when you speak up, you'll enter a higher vibrational level. Okay? It doesn't mean that you need to give someone a guideline when you meet them. Okay? Because we don't want fakers. We don't want someone who just listens to what we want and then perform. So you don't want that. But you do want to be real and authentic, with what it is that your expectations are. Not lowering your standard just because, oh, I don't want to be by myself. There are many people, I'm not saying you, I'm saying there are many people that I know that have lowered their standards just because they're afraid of being by themselves. You know what I mean? So this is saying be real with your authentic negotiables and non-negotiables, the things that you're willing to compromise and the things that you are like, nope, sorry, not budging on that. Okay? Because when we do too much flexibility, that's when problems come in. All right? So there you go. Talk about validation confirmation. I'll see if there's anything here that you may have written. I don't expect this to resonate now because this is for August. We just started August, but who knows? Maybe it does. Maybe it might resonate already. But that being said, thank you so much here. Debbie, let's see. We have here, you say, I have a lot of Virgo. Oh, so if you have a lot of Virgo, you're definitely going to feel that lunar. I mean, we're all going to feel it, but some people are going to feel it more intensely. You wrote here, resonate. I'm working on removing old thinking of past beliefs and past relationships. Wow. Talk about validation confirmation. There you go. This is exactly what came through your reading. Wow, very, very interesting. You wrote, yes, that's focus to find love again. I'm 59 and I do believe it is possible. Well, honey, yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is very much possible. You just gotta, just gotta make sure what's a strong no. What if it's not a strong yes, it's a no. That's just what I say. If it's not a strong yes, it's a no. You know what I mean? But there you go. Well, I wish you the very best here for you, Debbie Texas. Thank you so much for being a member on the channel. And of course, thank you so much for your donation. Intuitive friends, that's all that I have for today. For those of you who have joined in and donated to the channel in regards to the reading for today. For those of you who are single, I want to say thank you to each and every one of you. Don't forget, intuitive friends, if you want the free version of this reading, it's available. It's in the singles reading in the singles playlist. So feel free to take a look at those. And again, intuitive friends, thank you for your love, loyalty, and support. And of course, my members, I want to say thank you to Debbie. I want to say thank you to Monica and Shatira for your memberships and all of those who are members on my channel. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.